Hi, my name is Ed, and this is Lessons My House Has Taught Me. I have been working on renovating a 1947 house in eastern Washington. And when I got into this place, the bathroom was barely functional. I decided to renovate it, and so we've done all kinds of things. We've moved the vanity, we've taken out the floor, we've redone the walls. We decided that we would put tiling down everywhere. And we're finally at the stage now where it's time to grout. And the reason I'm making this video is because I'm using what right now is a new product. It's called Spectralock 1. I'm not paid by the company or anything, but my local tile guy, I asked him about it, and he says, yeah, this is so new, I don't know anything about it. So frankly, I'm making this video not only for the blog, but to show my local tile guy, John, this is for you, how easy this is going to be to use. Now, having never used it before and having never grouted before, I'm quite sure I'm going to show you a whole bunch of terrible, terrible examples of what not to do in grouting. But I'm going to learn, and hopefully you'll learn as well. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I did was gather my supplies. I got the Spectralock itself. It suggests also that you have a couple of grouting sponges, some water, and a scrubbing pad. I've also been watching from Home Renovation, so shout out to Jeff, who's given me a whole lot of advice, although he has no idea who I am. I'll put a link in the description below for that as well. He says that when you're working with epoxy grout, you want to get some dishwashing soap and smear it on walls so that it will remove the haze. So I've already done that in this little area right here. I've just put some dishwashing soap there. I'm about to go ahead and open the Spectralock 1 and smear that on there. It's got little instructions right on the top. So I've taken the lid off, and the cover, which you're able to just put right on here to keep this usable, gives you instructions. Now, the neat thing about Spectralock is it's already pre-mixed. There's no mixing need to be done. All I'm going to do, quite literally, is take this out of the bucket and smear it on the wall and wipe it off and repeat until the bathroom is done. So, here we go. I am taking the lid off, and I will put it, let's see. Now, one of the things that I've read about and heard about on many YouTube videos is the overwhelming stench of this kind of stuff. This has no stench. It's not. I'm not going to be driven out of here with some awful smell that I can't stand. All right, so here's my grout float. Did I just say grout float? Grout float. All right, let's see how this works. All right, we will do, I'll go ahead and do this one first. Like I said, having never done this before, I'm sure that I'm not doing it right. But one of the things that I do remember seeing is that I'm supposed to scrape off the excess with my grout at a close to 90-degree angle. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'll just go over the grout joint with the float to try and make it look nice. And then I will wipe that down in just a few moments. Same here. Get the grout into the joint. Wipe it off and remove as much of the material from the surface as you can. Next joint. Works a treat. Now, one of the things that I know I'm supposed to do is to make sure that I don't try and apply too much before I start thinking about how I'm going to clean this off. Apparently you're only supposed to apply, about 15 square feet of this before you do anything, before you wipe it off. So I've got my grout sponge. Go ahead and get it a little bit wet. And like I said, I've already gone over the surface of this with the dishwashing detergent. So at that point, I'm just getting most of this off. I turn the sponge and I wipe it and I rinse it and I do it again. And what we're trying to get rid of here is any leftover haze from the grout being on the surface of the stuff. You don't want to wipe too hard because you don't want to pull it out of the joints that you just put it in. But you do want to get the stuff off. Okay. This is my clean out sponge. I flip it. And I do it again. Now I'm noticing I've got a grout here in the corner. Okay, now for that stubborn grout, I have the little scrubby sponge with a point right on the end there. So I should be able to go and pull this out of here. Just like that. Very good. Okay. So everybody says basically you are supposed to grout the flat surfaces and caulk at the corners. So I'm not worried about putting anything here. I'm just trying to get these surfaces filled, and well, that worked super well. So so far so good. Smear it in. Use your first grout sponge to get the majority of the stuff off of the wall. Go after it with your second grout sponge to make sure that it's all cleaned up and good to go. Doesn't seem to be tough. So at this point, I'm probably just going to put this on fast forward and get the rest of this section done. And so you'll see how well it goes. A little bit more, because I missed some. Where did I miss some? In this corner right here. That's where I want that to be filled in. Finishing sponge here. All right, let's get this little section right down here. Nice, clean, gorgeous looking edge. Not a problem. Moving on down the road. In fact, I'll go ahead and show you what I'm doing with the dishwashing detergent. How that works. So I'm just taking a little bit of that on my fingertips. Not much at all, and I'm just kind of smearing that along the sides where I know most of that grout flow is going to go. Not getting it in the edge, just on the edges, right? So now when I grab some of the Spectralock 1 and get ready to smear that in there, And I'm pressing pretty firm because I want to make sure that it goes down into the crack. And I pull that up off, and most of it's gone already. This is my little 5-in-1 painter's tool. Clean that up. The main thing I'm using the wet grout sponge for is to pull any residue off. And then I go over with the second one and I pull the liquid off. Then I just go there and then go over that once, and I get a nice clean edge. Yeah, how are we looking here? Yep, interesting. So the grout picks up on the very edge of the tile. I don't know if you'll be able to see this right here. There's a little imperfection on the side of the tile itself, and it filled that in. So that's kind of slick. I would love to say I meant to do that and I'm that good, but I'm not that good. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Come along later, soon, and clean out that floor. All right, here and here. Again, I've already done. Boy, this stuff is crumbly. Not a big fan of that part. There we go. The problem with it being so crumbly is that it falls off of the trowel onto the ground. And you can see it definitely there. As I wipe down, that wasn't there before. So I turn the sponge and I'll come over again and I'll pick up, again, this is my wet sponge. Now my dry sponge. Now I'm picking up the residue from that. That's all I'm doing at this point. And they're very light, just over the surface, just to get the very edges of that. Looks great. Okay. And again, I'm not a professional, as is probably obvious to anybody who's ever done any kind of tiling at all, who's ever done any grouting. You'll know, this guy doesn't know what the heck he's doing. And I think that's honestly the beauty of this particular product, is that I get really good results not knowing what the heck I'm doing. And not a lot of companies, not a lot of product can say that. Lots of them can make the claim, but not always true. Wet sponge. Finishing sponge. All right, up there. I'm noticing I miss a little bit. I wonder. Let's see if I can do this with my finger. Look at that. Pushing that in with my finger. Makes me wonder if this wouldn't be faster with my fingers all the way. Instead of that big old grout. Tool. There we go. Nice. Nice. Right. Moving on. I'm not quite out of camera shot, but I'll be soon, I'm sure. So, that's Spectralock. That's how it's applied. Seems to work a treat. I'm really happy with it. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the video. Probably swap out my water. Maybe readjust the video, and I'll put it on a higher speed so you can see me actually just finish everything. So, this is Ed from Lessons My House Has Taught Me. I hope you guys are learning lots from your projects. God bless you. Bye-bye.